The Roanoke colony disappearance is one of the most intriguing and enigmatic mysteries in the history of the United States. In 1587, a group of English colonists led by John White established a settlement on Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina. However, within 3 years, the entire colony had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a few clues and a mystery that has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and amateur sleuths for centuries. Theories abound concerning what happened to the Roanoke colonists, ranging from brutal massacres by Native Americans to secret relocation to another part of the country. Despite numerous attempts to solve the mystery, no conclusive evidence has ever been found, and the fate of the Roanoke colony remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries of all time. Description of the Roanoke colony. The Roanoke colony was a settlement established by the English on Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina. The colony was founded by Sir Walter Raleigh, a wealthy Englishman who received a charter from Queen Elizabeth I to establish a colony in the New World. In 1585, Raleigh sent an expedition led by Sir Richard Grenville to establish a settlement on Roanoke Island. However, the colonists faced numerous challenges, including hostile Native American tribes, disease, and famine, and were eventually forced to return to England. Undeterred, Raleigh sent a second expedition to Roanoke Island in 1587, led by John White. This time, the colonists included men, women, and children, and White was tasked with establishing a permanent settlement. The colonists built homes, established trade relations with local tribes, and began cultivating crops. However, tensions soon arose between the colonists and the local tribes, and supplies began to run low. In 1588, John White returned to England to request additional supplies and reinforcements for the colony. However, due to the ongoing war with Spain, he was unable to return to Roanoke for 3 years. When he finally arrived in 1590, he found that the entire colony had disappeared without a trace. There were no signs of struggle or violence, and the only clue left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a tree. The fate of the Roanoke colonists remains one of the greatest mysteries in American history. Script. Narrator. The year is 1587 and a group of English colonists led by John White have just arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina. Their mission is to establish a permanent settlement and create a new life in the New World. However, little do they know that their adventure will end in mystery and tragedy. John White. When we first arrived on Roanoke Island, we were full of hope and excitement. We had dreams of building a new home in this beautiful land and creating a better life for ourselves and our families. Narrator. Despite the challenges of establishing a new settlement in a foreign land, the Roanoke colonists persevered. They built homes, established trade relations with local tribes, and began cultivating crops. However, their relationship with the Native Americans was fraught with tension, and supplies began to run low. John White. We were running low on supplies and tensions were rising with the local tribes. I knew I had to return to England to plead for reinforcements and supplies. Narrator. In 1588, John White returned to England, leaving behind his family and the rest of the colonists. However, due to the ongoing war with Spain, he was unable to return to Roanoke Island for 3 long years. John White. I begged Queen Elizabeth I to send a ship to rescue my family and the rest of the colonists. But she was preoccupied with the war with Spain and our fate was not a priority for her. As a result, we were left stranded on the island, and our disappearance remains a mystery to this day. Despite extensive searches and investigations, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains a mystery. Did they join a nearby Native American tribe? Were they killed by them or by disease? Did they leave the island on their own? The truth is, we may never know. Conclusion. The Roanoke colony disappearance is a mystery that has fascinated people for centuries. Despite numerous theories and investigations, the fate of the colonists remains unknown. The only clue, the word Croatoan, has not provided any conclusive evidence. But this mystery serves as a reminder of the risks and dangers of exploration and colonization. The Roanoke colonists were brave pioneers who ventured into the unknown, but ultimately, they paid a heavy price for their ambition. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, and like for more updates on mysteries.